Ngayon naman mga anak, pag-usapan natin ano ba ang conceptual framework. So, ang conceptual framework, it is the presentation of the relationship of various variables or concept or method that used in research. So, ito yung presentation. So, ganitong itsura ng conceptual framework bago tayo magsimula. Okay? Yan. Yan po ay kadalasang makikita natin sa mga non-experimental research, no? Yan, yung mga ganyang itsura. Yan. Okay, yan yung mga tinatawag na conceptual framework. At hindi lang naman yan, ang tawag dyan ay paradigm of the study. Pero in discussion yan ay tinatawag na conceptual framework. So, ayan, balik tayo sa meaning, sa definition. So, ang conceptual framework ay presentation siya, no? So, we use different shapes just to show the relationship between one variable to another variable. So, it is a combination of visual and textual presentation. So, visual and textual presentation. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang shape and then meron siyang text sa loob. So, the visual presentation shows the relationship through symbols. So, gumagamit tayo ng different shapes, gumagamit tayo ng arrows, illustration, diagram, charts, and other way just to show the framework. So, paano ko connect itong mga variables nyo. So, these are all explained in textual presentation using appropriate literature to make the entire conceptual framework as scholarly as possible. So, ibig sabihin, itong conceptual framework na to ay, ang content niya ay pala din siyang review of related literature, pero ang sunod-sunod na nakalagay dyan ay nakadepende na ngayon doon sa inyong variables na nakasulat sa statement of the problem. So, yung mga variables to measure nyo ay isusulat at ilalagay ang kahalagahan nun sa inyong conceptual framework. So, in experimental research, ito yung portion nyo sa research flowchart na pinakikita nyo doon yung sunod-sunod na procedure na dapat yung gawin para sa inyong research. So, in some cases, the conceptual framework is used to support as theoretical framework. So, sa ginagawa nating format, hindi tayo naglalagay ng theoretical framework, pero naglalagay naman tayo ng mga previous results. Okay? Pero kung gumagamit naman tayo ng mga non-experimental research o hindi siya experimental, makikita nyo itong part ng research na to, itong salitang conceptual framework, research section siya, at yung theoretical framework. Since experimental yung ginagawa natin, hindi ako nagpalagay sa inyo ng conceptual framework at hindi rin ako nagpasulat sa inyo ng theoretical framework. So pag-uusapan lang natin to para meron kayong idea. Okay, the conceptual framework is used to support the theoretical framework. So, yung theoretical framework naman, RRL din siya, pero ang content niya, it's more on theories. Yung conceptual framework are examples din siya ng mga literature review na may kinalaman naman doon sa discussion mo, doon sa iyong variables na gusto mong i-measure, na makikita naman sa iyong statement of the problem. Okay? Now, this conceptual framework presents in visual in a way na, yung nakita nyo kaninang diagram, yung sinasabing present in visual. Yung namang textual, yung textual mode, ay nakasulat yun as text, pagpapaliwanag kung ano ang laman nung diagram. Pero hindi siya opinion based, nakabase siya sa previous studies. Kaya isa-search nyo yung ilalagay nyo sa conceptual framework kung paano kayo naghahanap ng background of the study. Ganon din ang way ng paghahanap o pagsusulat ng conceptual framework. Ang kaibahan lang, nakabase naman kayo, hindi sa gap, hindi sa global problem, kundi naka-focus ang idea ng inyong RRL doon sa inyong variables. Doon na kayo titingin sa statement of the problem or sa inyong scope. So, yun naman ang maging laman ng inyong conceptual. So, ano connection ulit ng conceptual framework? May connection siya sa statement of the problem, may connection siya sa inyong scope and limitation. So, ang conceptual framework, nag-explain siya ng mga detailed variables. So, ayan, yung variables to be used or observed in the research. So, nagpe-present siya ng assumption, connection, na nagpapakita na may connection ng isang variable doon sa isang variable. So, usually doon sa independent and dependent variable. Now, the visual conceptual framework na inilalagay ito para mas madaling tingnan at maunawaan yung presentation ng concept at ng mga variables na pinag-uusapan dito sa inyong research. Ayan, so gumagamit tayo ng mga picture, symbols, illustration, diagrams para ipakita ang relasyon ng one variable into another variable. Ayan, yung number 2 naman, yung sinasabi ko kanina, make sure that your conceptual framework is aligned sa inyong research objective, research question, at nakaback up siya with appropriate related literature. So again, hindi kayo gagawa na isang conceptual framework na hindi nakikita yung mga words na yun coming from your statement of the problem. Okay? Number 3, be clear. Be clear in the use of symbols, illustration, diagrams, and chart by providing distinctive pictures of each. Okay? So, kung gumagamit tayo ng arrow, ibig sabihin, papunta dun sa kaliwa. From, ito yun, yung examples na to. Ayan. So, itong shape na to, independent variable nyo. Ito naman isa independent variable nyo. This is the simple visual conceptual framework. So, when I write naman the textual presentation, I have to tell something about the age. How this age affects the study habits. So, pag binasa ko ngayon yung RRL nyo, ang content niya is about age and study habits. Pero pwedeng pinapakita ng RRL na walang kinalaman itong age study habits. And at the same time, may RRL din na nagsasabi na ang age daw ay may kinalaman o may relasyon sa study habits. So therefore, in one paragraph, pwedeng magsama yon. So ang tawag doon is argumentative review. Okay? So pwede natin isulat doon sa portion natin conceptual framework. So once again, hindi opinion-based ang pagsusulat ng conceptual framework. Ito ay nakabase pa rin sa related literature. Okay, next. Balik tayo. Next, be clear also in the use of solid and broken lines as connectors. So, yung connectors ay may ibig sabihin. Okay, kapag solid and broken lines, may ibig sabihin din yon. Okay, para hindi kayo ma-confuse. Okay, number 5, mag-start muna tayo sa simple, but do not be so simplistic, but be elaborated, but be careful about overcomplicated or long-winding visual presentation. So, kung babalik tayo sa visuals, okay, so yung isa kanina, napaka-simple, dalawang rectangle lang. Ito, 4. Ito, naging ganito na siya. So, pwede palang dumami. Pwede, as long as madaling maunawaan ng readers. Pero pag sobrang dami naman, try nyo siya na mas maging concise o mas easy siyang maunawaan. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung mga factors. Ito yung mga nandoon sa loob ng statement of the problem. Okay? And then, ito naman yung kanyang pinaka-independent variable. Okay? Ito yung kanyang intervening variable, study habits. And ito yung other mga variable that causes to change the study habits, and this could be the indicator how to know the academic performance. At ito naman yung mga education level ng bawat age ng mga bawat respondents. So since this is your work is experimental, this is for non-experimental. I'm just showing you that this example can be applicable also in experimental research doon sa portion ng research framework nyo na inilalagay nyo naman yung bawat procedure kung paano nyo gagawin ang inyong research paper. So dapat doon maging malinaw, mabuti talaga yung step-by-step procedure at very clear. No, hindi pa pwedeng preparation lang. Kailangan ilagay nyo ano yung piniprepare nyo, ano yung ginagather nyo, ano yung dinadry nyo. Okay? So, ayun. Next is, no more na. Okay? Balik tayo sa page 2. And then, number 6 is, all symbols and diagrams need to be explained in the textual area or textual presentation, including their relationship as shown in the connectors. Okay? So 7, conceptual framework needs RRL to support the claims of the research. Number 8, conceptual frameworks may include the methodological techniques used to study the variables in group, but this is not necessary. This is just a value adding, so do not include methodological techniques if the framework is overbearing or complicating already. But in experimental, it is one of the most important things that you have to add in your research paper. Okay, conceptual frameworks normally in one visual presentation. So hindi pa pwede next page yung mga framework. Kailangan magsama-sama lang siya into one page. Okay, so pipilitin nyo na magsaya-sayang, magsama-sama lang siya in one page. Okay, do all research studies needs conceptual framework? Generally, the answer is yes. Okay? So, yun.